We're putting up our posters for our dramatic conclusion of the Kaiju Century War saga.
Godzilla Apex! You got Godzilla Apex premiering tomorrow, 2 p.m. to 5 p.m.
Yeah, you too.
Yeah, everybody, all right?
Respect.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Awesome.
I have this to add to my collection.
I claimed it first.
No, but like I'm the guy.
You're the guy?
Yeah.
Okay, no, I think we should first sign it first.
Go on, Chris.
No.
But can I just take it?
No.
Okay, but
Zillacraft's name is the biggest name he's ever gotten. Hold on a second.
This poster's gonna be worth $1,000.
$1 Apex-illion.
Yes.
But he directed it. Wait, you're Chad, right? I'm Chad. Okay, you're Chad.
Apex.
Apex. Okay,
You dressed the part.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you everybody for coming out today to watch Godzilla Apex. This movie took 2 weeks to film. We did it in his mother's basement, and no, I'm just kidding. Go ahead, Raph, get up here.
Alright, hey guys. I'm Raphael Cosme, Godzilla 621. I did Godzilla Apex. It took 4 years with this wonderful crew, like Richard, Chris, a lot of other people. They all took their time and made all this happen. So, hope you guys enjoy it, and let's watch it. Can't find out. This is the greatest potential of country overseas. Just leave it. Yeah, we just don't.
Oh man, you made it. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of people there.
This music is just so you.
Chill, who the fuck are you? And he's got a family, a kid. Oh yeah? Well, I just lost mine a minute ago.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Godzilla took out both of them?
Oh, yeah.
How much footage crate do you want? Yes.
Finally! About time! Oh yeah!
getting too cocky.
Looks like I'm as far away as I'd like to be from Godzilla.
Are you set? I'm just taking it up. It's a kid. Can't take it. It's literally in like 20 seconds. You wanna watch this? Okay, just watch it.
Alright guys, how was that? So, this is my whole crew. Let's give a round of applause to them. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna open it to a bit of a Q&A, question and answer for about 30 minutes. So if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to say them right now. Yeah, you.
Are you using toys?
Yeah, I am using toys. This is actually the Godzilla that you just saw. It's the 74 Bandai, and I did scorch it. You come up and look at it. Yeah, take a look at it. At this toy. Oh. You.
How long did it take to make the movie?
So, this one's a little weird to say because I started 4 years ago, but the actual process, if I condense it down, was probably 2 years. So probably 2 years to make this whole movie. Yeah.
You should put it on Netflix.
How did you set up the explosion parts?
So all of those are visual effects.
Yeah, most of the explosions, we had to track it on. A lot of them were green screen explosions, but we kind of did some real explosions as well to combine with the visual effects.
That's what I was trying to talk about, like the real-time explosions.
Yeah, so they were mostly we used fireworks to have sand to have debris shoot out everywhere. But for the actual fireball and the smoke, we had to use that visual effects. Like that one scene where the truck is going away from the lab, that was an amalgamation of 100 different filmed things that we had to put into one 11-second shot. It took about a month to do.
You back there.
Are there any sequels towards Godzilla Apex?
Like sequels after Apex? So this is the final movie for this part, but if I ever picked it up again, it would probably follow Gamma, Mothra, those monsters that remained after the big battle.
So is this the complete director's cut, or is there a longer cut of this?
So I think this is more the vision I had, because since it's on YouTube, this one had more of the copyrighted music I wanted. like when I thought out the scenes, because a lot of these scenes are kind of guided by the music I choose. So a lot of War of the World stuff, Blade Runner.
We got a question over there.
Yeah, I actually have two questions. One for you, Raph, and one for Arby's Boy.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Arby's Boy's question first.
All right.
How do you feel about Shin Godzilla? I was kind of curious after that one video.
Oh boy, Shin Godzilla. Who here likes Shin Godzilla? All of you get out of here.
I'm staying. You're not kicking me out.
I'm your camera guy. I can't go. You don't get to ask another question. What's the next one?
And then for Raph, did you get scared watching any of the scenes of your movie, or is it you were?
I was completely horrified. I think I was more horrified by the performance we had before your character. So he played the character at the gas station earlier in the movie. So talk about that.
So there was a guy at the gas station, and originally the voice actor was Rich Iso.
How's your girl?
So he notoriously has a very short temper, and he was very difficult to work with on this whole movie. And so we had to cut his lines completely, and I took over. So that's why I'm in the movie, and I had to do a Boston accent because he has that very thick Boston accent. So very difficult to work with.
Thank you. You over here.
What made you chose this specific version of Godzilla?
So, like I said before, this is the final movie. I did like 4 movies before this, and I kind of planned it out as like the Showa series. So I wanted to continue that and do the 74. I like the 74 suit a lot. I think it's good for silhouettes because I like doing a lot of those silhouette shots, and like I think the 74 looks really good for the silhouettes. So yeah, you over here?
Are you gonna buy another 74 Godzilla since that one's all beat up and scratched?
I probably won't. I like this one. I think it's more special because of like what the film matters to me, and you know, with everything. I'll probably just keep this one.
Did you ever think you'd be presenting these at G-Fest?
Yeah, I never thought so. I actually want to give credit to Jeff Horn for letting me present this film. So yeah,
for Jeff.
Yeah, let's get up for Jeff. Yeah.
What are some movies and directors
that influence?
Yeah.
A lot of Tarantino, obviously. If you guys know Tarantino, a lot of the gore, the blood, the Godzilla movies, probably GMK, a lot of that, and a lot of 54 too, especially that scene with the black and white destroyed stuff. Yeah, Breaking Bad. So other shows like Breaking Bad, Chernobyl. Chernobyl was a big one.
So, what brought you to the idea for Godzilla not to be able to use his atomic breath?
So obviously GMK is like one of my favorite Godzilla movies of all time, and in that movie he couldn't use it near the end after like that hole came out of his shoulder. So going off with Gigan cutting that open, I thought it'd be interesting to see him use his other physical abilities and not just spam the atomic breath all the time, to just see how he could, you know, physically fight Ghidorah. So yeah.
For that. So if you were to take this and make it live action, which actors would you go for this?
Bryan Cranston. Yeah, I like that. I would actually probably get some of the voice actors that did play, you know, the characters in this movie because I think they're talented enough. Actually, one of them is Desiree. She played the daughter in that dinner scene near the opening. So I probably get her. Do you actually want to talk about some of like the writing process? So Nathan over here, he actually did a lot of the writing for this movie, a lot of those lines he came up with. Would you like to talk a little bit about that process?
Yeah, so of course, when it came, it was Raph's idea from the start. So essentially, he would come to me with a scene, I'd read through it a little bit, tweak the lines, see what worked better. Since we were looking for a lot more of a depressing, angry mood, you can obviously see we definitely filled it with a lot of profanity, so N17 R rating if this was actually a real thing, but when it came to like a lot of what I was actually reading at the time myself, I was doing a lot of philosophy stuff as well. You guys familiar with Nietzsche, Friedrich Nietzsche? Yeah, so like a lot of his feelings about nihilism and the like, and just being hopeless in the face of overwhelming odds was a big contributor to how I wanted a lot of the dialogue to flow. And since maybe we might have cut back a little bit more on the profanity, but I wanted to have a lot of the characters just be very angry a lot of the time and just have this back and forth kind of fight with each other almost all the time with the dialogue. So it may come off as corny for some, but I think like if you're just always in that high-strung situation, I felt it worked better for the world overall to have like these really damaged people.
And a lot of this, like this movie actually like didn't even have like a professional looking script. I did this all in Google Docs, so what I did is like I wrote these numbers down, wrote the lines, and I kind of just shared it with Nathan over here, and he changed it up.
Yeah, essentially, yeah, it would be like he'd write something, send it to me, print that out, read through, give an edit, send back, go back and forth. And this was over the process of several months, mind you.
Yeah.
So
you really don't need to pay for those like $80 like script writing softwares,
Yeah.
like Final Draft. Like you could just do it on Google Docs.
Yeah.
Like if that works to you, then like you should just keep going with that. Any other questions?
Right over there.
Yeah.
First of all, I want to know how you guys all met each other. Like, did you go to school together, or how did you meet?
So I think it's like almost a thing to why we're all here at G-Fest. Like I think we all just sort of like Godzilla, and with the internet, you know, when Google Plus was a thing, I met Richard over here and then Chris, and we sort of just all started talking over the internet. Like a lot of us are spread out across the country, even the world, and like from then on, like we were able to make this movie states away. We didn't have to be in the same room to do it. So that's how we all met, yeah.
What would you say was the hardest and most struggling part of making this movie?
I'll actually probably talk about like, it was a lot with the visual effects. That was really hard. So I want to let Chris take this one. Would you like to talk about the hardest shot of the movie?
The hardest shot?
Yes.
Well, there's like 3 different hardest shots. You're gonna laugh at like one of them. So, do you guys remember that shot of like the droplet, the red droplet that just kind of turned clear? That took a month to do. I know,
That is.
The thing is, you know, Raph, he's a director, and you know he wants a shot how he wants it. So if it doesn't turn out how he likes it, he sends it back.
You should talk a little about the cloud shot with Ghidorah flying over in the red clouds. Yeah,
that shot took about like 2 weeks, 2-3 weeks, because I had to make these clouds from scratch, and the shot was a minute long. Okay, it's a minute long, nonstop. I had to motion track the entire thing, and those clouds were 3D. And how we got Ghidorah to start flying is that we filmed that in like 7 different parts. We filmed each head separately. The wings, we put it on a pole. We cut them off and we like glued them to a stick that we painted blue. We shook it like that in slow motion.
And real quick, I actually want to like ask Carl like his experience, because he actually voice acted in the film. So would you like to talk about that process with the voice acting? Just how does voice acting work on one of these kind of projects?
I did a bunch of yelling, and I kind of took inspiration from the behind the scenes of the 33 like King Kong, because they would like scream like really, they wouldn't just have a low scream, they would go like ah or whatever.
Why did you decide to include like different monsters from different genres?
So it really came down to like, this is like the last Godzilla fan film I was gonna make with figures. Like if I do a Godzilla fan film again, it would be live action. But for the figures, I thought, yeah, just throw all of them in there. Gamera, Pacific Rim, Ultraman, let's throw all of them in there. So really it was like
We made
last
it for
one.
G-Fest.
Yeah, we made it for G-Fest. Like this whole movie was made with the intended audience for kind of G-Fest. So I'm glad you guys got to experience it.
I just wanted to ask if you could give us a death scream right now.
Yeah, give us a death scream. Oh. This one right here. For the board in the back, like I said before, it's painted on there with glossy paint. But the key to get the lighting is I shined it like this one right here. The light right here is from the bottom of the table, so the board is a little separated from the table, and just shining it to bounce off. It's really all about bouncing off the light. Simon.
Okay, so did you always plan to have an original Ghidorah, or did you want to reuse an existing Ghidorah?
So I actually have a story with that one. I was actually gonna use the Orochi figure, you know, that 8-headed, you know, figure, but then I realized this thing can barely move, and I wanted the necks to really look alive and move around, so I knew I couldn't use any of the vinyl figures. So that's why I replaced the necks of the Kaiser and kind of just made my own custom figure.
How the heads move?
So all the heads, we're gonna bounce this to another topic, to the wire removal, but basically all the heads move with fishing wire.
And I had to paint those wires out frame by frame. It would take hours.
How many wires did you have to remove in the final battle?
Oh my, I can't count, probably like 1,000. There were so many shots in like the hundreds. Half the shots I had to do for this movie were wire removal shots.
Yeah.
And the thing is, every time we showed Ghidorah, there's like 3 or 4 wires. So I'd have to go start to finish, frame by frame, for each wire.
All right, you over here.
This isn't really part of like the Apex. It kind of is, but kind of isn't. But the video you put out after of the EAS Apex Ghidorah video.
Oh, yeah.
I just want to say that was fantastic. I had a hard time sleeping that night.
Oh, really? Okay. I might make a little series out of that because I actually got inspired by the guy who made it, Kenny Dang. He made like a emergency alert system video, like those analog horror videos on YouTube off Ghidorah, and I'm like, yo man, can I make a remastered version? So it's all thanks to that guy, why you can't sleep at night.
So for all of you, what was the biggest help to keep you guys motivated to doing this?
It was really just like, I never gave like this motivational speech. I was like, you know, we're making it for this audience right here. So it's like, let's just get it done. Like it was more of just, let's get straight to it. Let's get it over with. And like, that's kind of how we went about it. Like there was, obviously with any production, there's always going to be back and forth. And it's good to have back and forth. Like no production goes smoothly. We've definitely had our banters back and forth. Chris is smiling over here.
Looking at what other kaiju movies do is good, but also looking at things that aren't kaiju related at all, looking at character work, studies on sort of psychology and how people perceive and look at things, that helps out a lot too. And don't be afraid to be a little derivative in some cases. There are things that work, and if you can make it work in a satisfying way, then it can be extremely entertaining for the audience.
Definitely. All right. Let's do two more.
What was your favorite part on working the fan film? Or what was your favorite part?
My favorite part, honestly, was just editing it, because a lot of like the shoots were very hot. I live in Florida. Anyone from Florida here? Yeah, like the heat's just beaming down on us during summertime. So honestly, it was more relaxing just being behind the computer, just honestly editing this on Premiere Pro. All right, let's do just one more question. You right here.
If I wanted to watch it, where would I watch it from?
So YouTube. It's basically the channel is Kaiju Zilla and it's 621. Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out.
Oh, you actually tore it up. Yeah, I did. I just got like a box cutter and I just kept stabbing it.
Wow, this looks speed up.
Alright. I only asked about the motivation thing because the first movie I was working on, I completely lost motivation. I scrapped it. So
Yeah, that's the thing. I think it's like the longer you take, the more like life gets in the way. You sort of have to snap yourself back into it. Like a lot of this stuff, like it's like I did a lot of editing like my first 2 years of college. Yeah. And like honestly, I just said like I chose, all right, I'm not gonna have a social life. I literally just stayed in the dorm like for 2 years straight. Like I didn't go out. Like I've been starting to go out and socialize more like the past 2 years. So during all that COVID stuff, I was just like literally in the bunker, just like editing this whole script. This movie, like it's the biggest toll of my life.
it's crazy because every single shot, it looks like it took an hour to do.
Yeah.
But 4 years, that's insane.
It's an actual film.
Did your heart drop when I said your name?
Oh, I didn't expect it, so I was like slumped over because I thought I was done. He said that, I was like, oh my god. No, that was nice though. No, that actually was really good. You had a lot of fun.
Working on a fan film?
Yeah, $20 too.
When's it supposed to be out? I'll do it. It's in the working stages right now, so it's just writing a script out.
Yeah, so like him, it's gonna take 4 years.
Just signing his name. Rich, you want to get in on this? What? Signing the poster for the big man here?
Oh yeah.
All right, Ryan. Lewis. Richard's here. So what is your favorite scene of the movie?
Probably where
This is where the film
King Caesar gets exploded.
Yeah, you like that? You like that gore? That's the thing. A lot of people say, "Oh, you're doing it too much blood for kids." Like I know you guys like that stuff.
I agree with that.
Was Apex sort of like your idea of what you wish King of the Monsters was like?
It definitely probably had influence because I filmed the movie right after that. I saw that in 2019, so like I didn't like how they handled Ghidorah, so I wanted to like make him a real threat to this, like ripping all the monsters apart.
You have a YouTube handle?
Hi, my YouTube channel is Michael Monachino. I make stop motion Godzilla fights.
How do you spell Monachino?
Monachino.
How do you spell it?
Monachino.
Okay.
How do you spell it? MON. And what do you do? I do stop motion videos. I haven't done any stop motion in a while, but I make stop motion battles between Godzilla and other things.
Okay. And what's the name of it?
Here's Godzilla.
Oh dang!
Burnt up.
Gosh, it looks great. Wow.
You want it?
Who wants a free poster?
Oh yeah, before I go,
Got a question.
What about this?
Show it.
Frame it.
yeah.